Good morning to everyone, and welcome to Revealing Heal Podcast, Motivation Monday. You know, it's new week, new goals. Morning blessings to everyone that's listening out there in social media land. I am Coach Deb, and I have the amazing Toni B this morning as a guest. And y'all, I want you to put your hands together and show your love and welcome this beautiful queen because she has a word in her belly. And you know something, the Lord gave me a topic that trouble don't last always. And I know that there are many of you out there that can relate to that very topic because there's so much happening. It's so much happening, you know, and we can always explain the things that are going on. But I dare you to trust God. I dare you to trust him for, you know, all that he has for you because his plans for you will prevail. Let me just reach out to everyone out there in social media land to call up your neighbors, call up your friends, call up anyone that you know that need to hear a motivation word because this is Motivation Monday. And we want to inspire, encourage, and motivate you in letting you know this is new beginnings. You can begin again. You can start over. This is Reveal and Heal Podcast. You can follow us on all social media outlets. We're on Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio. We're on all the major platforms. So even if you miss Motivation Monday this morning on YouTube channel, Relationship Lounge, you can still go and listen to the radio version and get all the good because the YouTube version is it's an interactive piece so that you can engage and be a part of the conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Toni B. Good morning to you, Queen.
Good morning. Oh, good morning. When I say, look, they understand the,
yes, girl.
Yes. Good morning. And this is a treat.
Oh, wow.
This is a real treat. It is a treat for me to be able to be welcomed into a space and a place and be uplifted to do it on a Monday when like I'm such a, you know, it's funny because we say it's Monday. I'm such a traditional person. My mom says, she's like, this me and my mom shopping. Now, of course, you know, my mom is older than me. And then my mom is going, I just did not know my baby was so old fashioned. I said, no, mama, you traditional. No, you kind of, oh, I said, I like the word traditional. And it just means I am so regimented. I told people, I said, my brain matter works like this. I'm so regimented that I even schedule to mess up. So, yes. You know, so I even, when I say, oh, you know, they said, what you gonna do after you retire? I say, oh, for about 2 years, nothing. And they was like, well, I was like, oh yeah, just squander off. Just block it off. And they was like, but I said, yeah, I said, I'm one of those types. I said, it works to where I have to have a plan for a plan. And when you don't have a plan, I'd be like, I seem spontaneous. My spontaneousness really is a safety factor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
Like, I'm gonna go along if this gonna keep us alive, okay?
Exactly.
So that's one of the things. So I am just excited about, first of all, being welcome to your show. Of course, when you and I sat together, we walked into each other like we had been knowing each other forever.
Yes, and yes.
And the space.
The Toni B show.
Yes.
Y'all, this is the legit Toni B, y'all, from the Toni B show.
Yes. So when I say make y'all, one, thank you for supporting us queens that thrive. And so that I don't leave anybody out.
Yes.
When you think it's not important and when you think someone isn't watching, just know someone is, don't scare you. I don't want you to go paranoid, but just know someone is always watching. They're either watching to tell you what you didn't do right, or they watching to see what you gonna do like you always do. And that's either be prophetic be kind. If you rude, they waiting to say, oh, she's a rude person. People will wait around for those type of things. So when it comes down to me and my etiquette and doing shows and being welcome in places, one of the things about me when I say I'm so regimented, everything I tried and wanted everybody else to do for themselves in this space, I've been building my own. Because I'm one of those people that if you ever served in the military long enough, at least with the NCO school, we have this thing called Be No Do.
Mm-hmm.
And Be No Do is a process of you need to be that thing, you need to know that thing, you need to do that thing in either order, but you need to be able to be it when you're asking soldiers to do things for you, when you're asking others, people say, I wouldn't ask you to do anything for me that I wouldn't do. One of those things. So on a Monday morning, getting people started, getting people hyped and getting people excited, I need hype on a Monday morning sometimes. You get what I'm saying? Like, I got these dogs out here, they be making noise. I be going, but I need to get hyped up. But that's the beginning of my week. Mondays are the beginning of my week. Whether anybody cares or not that I'm retired, that's the beginning of my week because I still have a kid at home with me. So whatever she got to be alert for, I got to be alert. Now, I ain't gonna lie, it's getting a little better. Bedside alert. Hey girl, you good? All right, behave. My talk from the bedside getting a little better because I got the last of the Mohicans here. But everyone should understand how you go into your week, at least, and it don't mean when she said trouble don't last always. It doesn't, being the topic. But just know how you decide to go into your week is how you decide to finish your week. If I wake up and go, you know what? I don't want to be in this week. I promise you, your week gonna feel like, I didn't want to be in this week. You get what I'm saying? So even if I don't want to fake my attitude, you're not faking your attitude. You're going, I can get through this. That means you gotten through. Trouble don't last always. Mean you gotten through other things before. If we're here, if you could see me, if you could physically see this picture, you can hear my voice. You understand what I'm saying. It's coming through to you how fast or how slow. It means you've gotten through something. It means a lot of people have gotten through something. Do you understand how technology works? If we can look at one another, talk to each other through these from home, all of this, somebody got up to make sure one little beanie twitch could go somewhere for you to flip on your light switch. Or if you out somewhere listening to it in your car, somebody did something for you to be that way. Now, I pray everybody within listening realm or within visual realm, they're being safe because there's a lot going on in our world. Safety is first. Safety is, when I tell people that, they be like, what do you mean? I was like, if you stay alert, you will stay alive. That's that Army training in me. That means stay alert enough to make sure, okay, I saw that. Did it see me? I don't know, but you keep it moving. If it's something else gonna hurt you, you make sure. You go ahead and let somebody know. We call that shoot, move, communicate. You get me? We tracking? So it's certain things about our lives that God has already, it's like you can run from it and exhaust yourself. You can exhaust yourself with running from whatever God is trying to put on you. You can keep running all you want, but I promise you, he is way faster, swifter, quicker, smarter. Everything that you think, oh, he can't see me here, he made here. He ain't gonna see me there, he made there. So the moment, and for the person that's going, but I'm a sinner, we all are. For the person that's going, but I did something, we all have. That's why on this earth, we should not call people God. Now they be in a position, they can be in a position that you feel is I understand hierarchy. I actually would be foolish if I didn't understand hierarchy. And I also believe in it. It is a big job to think you're the only person, and to think you walk around this earth and nothing happens to you because of only things you think. That's not even a big job. It's foolish. Like, you don't get hit by a car usually because it's brakes on the car, it's signs on the street. Like, you couldn't be involving yourself in all of those things, but it's okay. Trouble don't last always. That's correct, as she said. It's a Monday. When I say you got all week to go up and down, I'm a roller coaster enthusiast. People be like, "What you mean?" I say, "Well, I'm a roller coaster enthusiast." What you mean? I said, "Well, in my mind, I looked at all the seeing how many people don't die on roller coaster rides. Once I convinced myself to get on one, I was like, oh, that was great. So that meant that's how I started. When she said trouble don't last always, that was me measuring, going, for about 90 seconds. I could scream and howl for 90 seconds, get off and be like, that was great, and choose not to do it again. That's like how trouble don't, whatever you thinking, oh, this is awful. When you free yourself from it, whatever it is, when you free, go talk to somebody, talk to a therapist, a chaplain, a counselor, somebody that you trust, not trust like this is what I want to free y'all with. Not the best friend that's gonna go along with everything you say. Somebody that you going, excuse my language for just a second, my dad, Coach Dip. This bitch thinks she know everything, but she do. Go talk to that one. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a reason that you think they think that. You might, it might piss you off, but it's a reason. It's something about it that you trust that they may have a little bit more information. Let them know, because they're going to give you some sense. You want somebody to point you in a direction that's going to give you some sense about it, not give you, girl, no, we don't always need those. You got your riders, you got your ride or die, then you got your ones that's going, oh, I don't think you should do that. You need to talk to somebody that you trust enough. If it's holding your heart down, if it's stressing you out, if you thinking, what I'm gonna do, you go to God. You go to God with your prayer. Well, however, and I know I don't know how to pray. You'll lie. Would you like me to give an example?
Go ahead, give it to him, Toni. Go ahead, give it to him.
So this is like when people say, oh, I don't know how to pray. Let me give you the example that you think that God don't hear, but because he made all and everything. God, I know I don't messed up. Man, Lord Jesus, oh, help me, Jesus. He heard it. If you meant it, he heard it. Now, because you didn't have all the, oh, Father God, out, shout, doubt, move twice in the north wind that blows left. For the God that blows with me in those winds of those art of there's eyes that rise up from the Holy Bible. Now, he's not going to believe that because he didn't even think you knew that many words. So you go to God with it and watch it and open your brain, open your mind up to let God talk to you how you sound and watch what happens. That's how your week going to be. The smallest of, it be like, people going, well, that's nothing. The smallest, the reason I love the topic, trouble don't last always. Because I had convinced myself for years, I don't like being in the military, you have to pass a PT test twice a year. Now you have to take one more than that. But to keep your job, now people think just being in the Army, they just, no, it is a job. You have a job to do. And every skill level that I've had to pass a PT test. And the older you get, usually I don't care what, we say this, I tell people this, I say one of the things about it is, even if you're the top-notch shape person, you still be nervous before it because somebody else is, looking at you, make sure you know how to do this, whatever. Okay, you could always, it's like the best in shape person still be nervous before it. Now, one of the lesser events that we don't seem to like is the run. And the run, you get in time. Everybody got a time, like they break it off by age groups. Age groups, that's how the run is. Age groups, yeah, It's age group to female and male and female like that. So I had a run time. It was one time I thought about it. I didn't want to run. I'm like, dang. And I used to be real heavy. My front used to be really, really heavy set. Like I had a breast reduction. So that'll tell you like, I mean, I had the back and the front and I'm jogging with it because I needed my job. Well, one time I was just like, I don't want to do this run. And so I yelled to the person, how much time do I got? He yelled back. He said, you got 21 minutes and 15 seconds. And you know how I convinced myself to do it? I did all that stuff and I said, I can do anything for 21 minutes and 15 seconds. And I literally, I finished before that time, but I had already said, like, if I knew what I was up against, I would go, and so I'm just in my mind, you get what I'm saying? Like, I actually was convincing myself of, oh, that's not long. Like, courses, I started saying, oh, I could do anyone for 21 days. That's why I would do the challenges and say, because it really is a fact that it takes 21 habits to make 21 days to make or break a habit. And people were like, what I said, most people don't understand that. And I taught the young people that would leave and go to training. People was like, well, why your people do so well when they go to training? And I was like, well, I'm real truthful with them. I said, I don't set them up for I said, they already don't volunteer to join. You already don't got them. So I said, why lie now? I said, if to me, if I lie now, I'm messing up their life. I was like, if I lie to them about what's going, I said, what if this person looked at it with all I could get them and they believe and they succeed? But if I lie and they get there and you know you got a reason, I've changed the whole trajectory of your life. But I just could have just told you. Somebody was like, is basic hard? And I was like, yes. Somebody, you said that? I said, yes. I said, do they wake up at 4:00 now and walk and run in the woods randomly? Do you hang with your homie? No. So they was like, well, I guess that's a better way of looking at it. I said, it's hard, but it's nothing you can't do. You get what I'm saying? I was like, y'all make it. I was like, if y'all think I'm tiny, I seen chicks tinier than me that was like really, really like tough and rough. And I'm going, if I could do it, the people that I seen that I was going, y'all, this is nothing. This is nothing. And so you just, if you give the person the truth, like you might not like it, but at least give it to me so I can do what I need to do with it to get on.
Exactly.
Just, okay, I didn't like that, what you said. That might have hurt my feelings, but it ain't enough to make me die. So people would say, well, Toni, well, what is it you say? I said, I'm telling them 21 days in training. When you go to training, I said, by the third week, if you can hang in there them first 21 days, by then, by then, you're not even thinking about it no more. I said, because the other sad part about it is, if you make it 21 days and quit, it costs the government way more money to send you right back home. So they're going to work. They have already appropriated funds to pay you. So you will be drugged and you would hate to quit at this point. So, like I said, y'all, these are just little tidbits that I use to get through regular life. And this is Monday mornings. This is how you want to get it started right. Pick your music, pick your song. When people get mad, somebody mad because you always taking selfies. Excuse my language. F them. You need to see what you want to look like. They get to look at you. If you don't like who you see in the mirror, can't nobody do nothing about it but you.
Exactly.
So whatever you come up with your plan, this is how I'm going to go this week. And it's never, you can be laying there and say, you know what? I was feeling crappy. But guess what? I ain't got 4 hours of work today. I'm going to make this a good 4 hours. The whole 4 hours might not be, but it can be. I tell you what, I will take 3 good hours over 5 bad hours because you thought about it when you left work and added a whole nother hour to your.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I am what they call a transition coach. Believe me, I can make it. We're gonna move this thing right along. Understand?
This is what they needed, Toni. This
We're
is what
gonna
they
move this
needed.
thing right along. And when people be like, well, Toni, I said, of course I go through bad days, and of course I have sad days. Of course, everything don't go always my way, but I could tell you this, for the most part, I ain't gonna lie, for the most part of my life, I have had just about any and everything I asked God for. That is that's my left hand, in my right hand. If I had to put that, just about any and everything I've asked God for, He has given it to me. Have I done right by all of it? Have I tried to? I have. I really have. And I God to me has blessed me so well. Like I look, this a Monday morning, y'all. I don't got up, I'm looking cute, eyelashes and all that. Guess what? I'm gonna be getting to talk to my grandkids in a minute. I like people like, yo, grandma, and I love it. I love that God let me see. That's when I started the conversation saying, if you worthy of it, you gonna look worthy of it. You ain't got to make it up.
Thank you.
You ain't got to make it up. And I ain't being, this is not a, I promise you, this is not a, type of thing.
An arrogant type situation.
Yeah, it's not. That is not what I'm saying. You know when you look in the mirror, what you like. You know, I told somebody one time I had this picture, and I looked at the picture and I said, oh my God. I said, my eyes look like the devil. And I will admit, at the time, I was doing devil's work. I wasn't right. And I said, I don't ever want my eyes to look like that again. Now, have I gotten close to looking like that? I have, but I knew right there, it was some things in me that I was like, that ain't what you want to look like. That ain't what you want somebody to see in your eyes. So, it's when, to anybody out there that's feeling like, the world is too heavy, you could be by yourself. Stop what you're doing right now. And you say, God, this is so heavy on me. Please, please, God, lift this up off of me. He will.
He will.
Now, He will. He will.
Yes, he will.
Like He will. But we have to stop looking for it in an Amazon package truck, thinking that it's gonna be a whole crane that come and He lift this thing up off of you. No, it's gonna lift up, and then you're gonna be able to see. Now, when He lift it up, you're gonna be able to see some of the mess that you made. So once you ask God, you go back to yourself. What did I do to get right here? What could I do? You start. This is what you do. The best, starting with you. It ain't the easiest thing, some people say, but starting with you. What can I do? If me having me right here is been because I've been afraid to ask for help, first thing you need to do is call somebody and ask for help. They might can't get it. You might call and say, hey girl, I need $1,000. And she might say, baby, I ain't got 1,000. I got 100. Or I can tell you somewhere, I can tell you a program that might can help you out. Do this. You got to be willing to do the work for the help too. And sometimes in the work for the help, it just, you going, it makes it go by faster. That makes the trouble, because now God made you busy while He doing what He do. You ain't got, you understand it? Like, yes. He'll start. So you be like, what? Yeah. Girl, my whole day don't went by. You know what? And now you smiling. Now you breathing again. Now you don't feel like you about to die. Now you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You could, because you called, if the first thing you needed to do was ask for help, that was, check that out. Okay. Ask for help. Now let's see. Okay, God, I went on and did that. Now you ain't gonna be sitting here on your fingers going, it ain't, so the help means call somebody, whatever that might not be the best call, but you made a move. You wasn't waiting on somebody else to make a move. You made a move.
I like that. You don't wait for someone else to make a move. You make the move.
Yeah. And we get this the part about being as beautiful as we are, Black queens and sisterhood, even for my not Black, the sisters and women that aren't Black. You get what I'm saying? We got a power that, and I believe me, I like guys, I like men, I like dudes, but I know the strength of a woman because I am.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So sometimes people don't understand it, but it's power. Like it's just power in it. So why you always calling your girlfriend? Well, hell, I've been sitting here trying to talk to your ass for the last 30 minutes, and you have went numb. At least she gonna say something. At least snap out of it, girl. You get it's just a.
I believe it has something to do with the worth. You know, when the mentality of people, when they don't know their worth, they miss it. That's why they don't understand the power and the strength of a woman. They don't understand the beauty that you were talking about, looking in the mirror and you looking all so pretty early this morning. It's like people, they dress how they feel or how they believe. You know what I'm saying? As far as their worth.
Yeah.
So you said it. You said it.
When I say some days people are, Bailey, you don't need no makeup. I want to. When I want it, that'd be like some days I don't. But sometimes I like to disguise. I like to put on some earrings. I like to put on a little bend my hair. If I got a wig, I want to be her too. If that's the power that I have, that's the power that I'm using.
And people ought to be okay with that. They don't have to feel no kind of way, you know, because they want to look a certain kind of way. Who are we to judge? It's what you're feeling. You know, it's like that power in you. You know, we need to stop this. We need to encourage and love on each other, especially women.
So, all you ladies first, guys, whoever out there that's watching, I love every last one of y'all. They'll tell y'all that is my type. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Do I like everything about? I don't like everything about me, but I know I'm valuable.
That's the key word. You know you're valued. Oh wow.
So y'all start. I mean, you if you're not in school, use Monday. If you don't have anything to do after this conversation, use this to do an assessment of you. Say, right. You know what? And like I said, you have to start where you want. Okay, you can be like, okay, today I'm gonna start my business. Well, what do you have? You got to look around and see what you already got.
There you go.
That's how like you be like, well, I gotta start today. Why you can't? Why can't you? Shoot, you know, I ain't got that one on social media. Do you have grandkids? You got a grandkid? You got somebody around you. When the moment you take a step, it's got when you take one, he gonna take two. So you must around take three, boy. He's gonna take 6 for you. That's all. It's just the power in moving, using Mondays. You know, that's just our regimen. You know, and I don't want to use the word like we've been. The one thing I'm gonna say, and I don't want to shake up my church folks too bad, because that ain't the case. I ain't trying to take no Sunday morning money out of nobody's pocket. But what this pandemic has done for a lot of people is have to realize how powerful they are when they're by themselves. And it was a thing about like I used to joke like going to church when when I was married, and I would be saying, I said, you know what? I said, when they be saying prayer, I be want people to pray out loud because I don't know what so-and-so be praying about. And it was a joke that, me and him would go back and forth. I was like, yeah. Like, because even one of the things, like when we first went out one time, I was like, pray. And he said, I said, oh no, I'm gonna need you to pray out loud. I don't know you yet. So I'm gonna need to hear what you're praying about while we, so it's one of those things to where like you ain't nothing to like if you hire someone with me, you got to be low down. Cause I'm one of them type of people. I'm gonna ask you, so what? So what? So that's how like this pandemic situation has made people realize that power that you got in here. You get what I'm saying? So I ain't got this is my, if I'm having church, okay, tell my children come in here, we're gonna read, we're gonna look over this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. You get what I'm saying? That's a building. No, not to mean that it shouldn't be respected, but you better understand that going to church a lot of times, when you get together with some unbroken people, sometimes you leave even more broken. So you got to go in with your head up. You got to go in there. Or if you know, this the other thing to me about it. Y'all know how y'all talk about them ushers. This, I didn't understand it. I said, oh, they be talking about them ushers mean. Them ushers are secure. Those ushers are secure. And they are security. So understand this. They are standing up to keep y'all from being a distraction, keep us, because we can because it may be, if 1,000 people in the church, it may really be it may be 670 folks with a whole bunch, a lot of worrying and crying going on that nobody had no clue about. Out of them 600, somebody may have just left their family. Out of, you don't understand, like out of that 600 something, you got a new family that just moved here because they've been being whooped up on and trying to save their life. Out of that number, you got somebody that said, you know what, I started selling dope last night. I gave my life to Christ. You get what I'm saying? You just didn't make it over there to them. So y'all, like, just know, I ain't God. That's why I say you start with that part. You start with asking for help. That's what, start where you at, talking to folks. Oh, you ain't got to tell them everything, but you do when you need help and you ask God for help. Believe me, if he sincerely knows you, it's gonna come. I mean, sometimes I be like, I know I didn't get that out my mouth that fast, God, and he'll laugh with me. Dad, Coach Dad, you still here?
I'm still here, sis.
Okay. So yeah, that's it. I know I went on, and I pray to God that we've been talking a lot about you, but I also, just for those people out there that may feel like, I can't do it no more. You can. It ended to me when people start feeling that way. I've had friends that have committed suicide, and I truly didn't understand it. And I would be lying if I said I've never felt like I wanted to do it. I'd be telling a lie, because I have had it. Like, I'd rather just do this. And I'm going, all right, trouble don't last.
I think we've all thought about it, Toni.
But that's what I'm saying, because trouble don't last.
Just keeping it real. We've all thought, those of us that have thought about it. There have been others that have tried it. I'm telling you, I just don't believe there has been one soul that's living, with the blood running warm in their veins, saved and unsaved, that have not thought about suicide.
Yeah. So just know, one of the things, and I say that because one of the gifts that God gave me once I did, like I said, I've gotten to do so many things since I retired that surrounded around me, and I took life coaching. Somebody was like, why are you taking this course? And I said, well, so many of my friends asked me advice about stuff to where I need to go kind of make sure I'm saying the right things or I'm doing it in the right way. And they were like, huh? I said, yes, I really do need to. I said, I'm like that. I'm like, well, if I told you wrong, my bad. You get what I'm saying? So that's just the accountability part of me. And when I took the course, they told me, I was like, oh, you are a transitional coach. And at first it scared me. It scared me. For real, it scared me, because I was going, like, tell people to let go, like that. She was like, no, girl. So she was like, no, you one of those people that, like, okay, look at it. Because I tell you, I can help you, but can you walk and talk? Now, both of us, if our lives are in danger, our lives, can we walk and talk? You're going to be able to have to understand a lot of language right now. My body going forward, you should go forward. Listen to me, I'm talking and walking, I'm trying to save our life. Now, when we can catch a breath, we can talk about you.
Got you. You know what? This has been a very transparent podcast. It has been necessary. I know that this information that you have willingly and fearlessly shared, that there are many that are sitting on the edge of their seats because they needed this. They needed everything you shared. And I love how your story was such an analogy to the topic, trauma don't last always. And the pointers that you gave for the 21 days, I needed that. I needed that because I'm preparing for a purge. And, I know that, because of my eating habits and the things that I have allowed myself to get in, with sweets and different things, it's gonna fight me. But I know I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this whole regiment thing. I'm gonna do it because it's gonna help my mental. It's gonna help my spiritual. This was so good. This was so necessary. And I know that didn't nobody else get nothing from this. I did. But I know that there are many that did. I want you to share right now what it is that you want to leave. What is it that you want to leave as a legacy, Toni, when you leave to be with the Lord?
One of the, like I said, basically I've raised 5 kids. I got on earth 3 living grandkids. And when I say God is already showing me so many amazing things with them already, to where the legacy is being built, and allowing them not to be, let me say it clear. I think a lot of people use the entitlement situation wrong. I would like to be able to leave a legacy for others that want to see what we're entitled to. Not you need to just go be showing your ass, excuse my language, because you Black. You need to just be showing your butt because you're a woman. You're like, you need to understand what someone has really given up, not just you watching a short film about or you reading. Like my life, I've literally lived. I lived in Haiti for 6 months. And one of the things about it was when I got there, I always got sent on humanitarian missions. I always got sent on, like, my missions would be like, I was one of the few people that would send somebody where by themselves. I was going, well, I ain't going there. They was like, no, she can handle it. I was one of those people, and I'd be like, no, and we'll just go. And when I first got there, I had told myself, you know what? I'm gonna just stay in my room. These room nights, I ain't gonna do this, And I was determined to say, I'm just come over here, go to work, go back in my room. And the people, the Haitians at the time, we were their entertainment. All they did was watch you. They knew you more than you knew what was going on. And I had some guys come, they knew how to get me off the compound because I was like, oh no, I want my room. And finally they came and all of them said, we going to Walmart. I said, it's Walmart? They know women. Like, I was like, it's Walmart. So the guy said, yeah, so they laughing. They said, yeah, it's Walmart. So I said, okay, y'all got me then. So we walked, I get ready. I'm leaving outside the compound. Now this is my first time going out because they couldn't get me out. And one of the little Haitian kids was like, Beauty. My last name is Beatty. And he was like, Beauty. I said, no, it's Beatty. And they was like telling me stuff, saying, well, they always ask for $1 or something like that. And so the little boy said, give me your shoes. And I said, okay. And I took my shoes off and said, here you go. Because I understood. I'm going back in now. I got a couple of pairs of shoes. I got some boots, some shoes. Like, like my like, okay. And when he wasn't robbing me, he just said, give me out. Here you go, baby. You use them well. I'll be able to have, like, and as we walked and they laughing, and I'm just like, they're like, you okay? I said, no. I said, that just wasn't, So the funny part was, it wasn't a real Walmart. It was just like a little fleet, like a little, they make baskets and hand weaves and stuff. They just wanted me to get out. And I was glad I did get out. I started to learn more stuff. And I had one of my close friends over there that he would say, he was a male. He's like, come around me. And I'd be like, oh, he's like, no. Well, I started to learn stuff like, you know, how blessed we are. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't understand. That was in 1996. The average Haitian made $138 a year. And I was like, huh? How can they, you know, I didn't get it. And so my brain started just going like, oh, what do you mean? And they was like, yeah, they don't have middle. Like you either was really, really rich or very poor. It wasn't a middle class. So stuff, when God lets you see things and make you really, really understand how good you have it, you know, I already was one of those people that like not tripping about things because, you know, I was born like I'm the first grandkid, you know how they treat, you know, so, but I really came from such cool, fun, humble beginnings to where I knew they know how to send somebody that don't mind. Like, I ain't getting out of touch with it, but it touched my heart. And it was back then that made me start saying, well, all these people with money, why don't they just buy this island? You get what I'm saying? I didn't understand because I was going, if people can buy real estate, why wouldn't they just buy this island? And why Oprah them don't come over here? That was then, because that's all my brain was like, why don't all these people with this money come over here and help these people? They're black like us. Like all of that was going through processing. That meant for me to say, okay, how do you become better? How do you do better? How do you go places? You should act right. You continue to teach your kids that, you know, right and wrong don't look like color. It can, and some people only see color like that. But right, to me, a legacy is making sure my kids understand right and wrong. It's some wrong people that you sitting by. You get what I'm saying? Manners. Respect, right and wrong look like that. If you can color them words, color those for me. So my legacy leaving, whatever I leave is a humanitarian thing to make sure people understand it. This world is full of bad stuff, but you better understand how good God made you. So I want my children to understand how good God made me, and if they're a part of me, that God gave him a good little bit good. Every more he made the seed stronger and stronger of some goodness. But you got to show them the goodness. You can't have them going, we just, oh, I'm just woken up. I'm just, no, it's not. It's you. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed of working. You don't have to work yourself into a frenzy, but you should get your hands dirty and understand that there are things out there like you can have it all. Bill Gates them don't let they ain't just throw no money at their kids. They said that's crazy. Him and what's the other Warren Buffett? They were like, and it made sense to me. Why would I just give them this to turn into everything y'all already said about me? So if that's, you know, humanitarian wise and making sure that who I'm responsible for understand what I want them to be responsible for. Like it ain't no twisted lines. You need to understand you're responsible for taking care, making sure you do right in your community first. You do right by your family. You try your best. And don't mean y'all gonna always get along. It don't mean it. It just means that you understand you came from good stock, mine. I know I came from great stock. And then you understanding that you teach them how to respect their elders, make sure that they understand, auntie, you know, uncle, yes, sir, no, sir. Even if they say you ain't got to say all that, those are things, to me, manners will save your life. They do. They will save your life. I tell people customs and courtesies, you better learn them first. That is how you will survive. So if that's anything, my mission in the world is to make sure that at least the ones I decided to be here with understand whatever I leave, y'all understand more than the stuff. You understand the work. You understand that it is a great gift to have and be and do some of these things, but you do understand that they come with some debts to society also. You owe somebody something. Somebody done gave up something. Because I know a lot of people gave up a lot of stuff for me to be here. And I've been a lot of places and seen stuff that I was like, wow. I grew up in the projects and never thought, like I said, and I still never felt like, I didn't feel like, like, because I didn't feel like I grew up, it was our address, but I didn't feel poor. I never missed a meal. I didn't not go to functions. I started taking flights when I was 4. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's stuff that I was like, but they also taught me how to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this ain't. So it's just one of those things. And when the moment I landed in Haiti and was going, I thought this was supposed to be like an island. And I have my family recipes. My family, one of my uncles said, only my niece would go there. Everybody else gets stationed in war. She getting sent to an island. Like, but it was, and they on the same, people don't know, Haiti is on the same piece of land as Dominican Republic. And those people don't get along. And I'm going, that's Atlanta, Decatur. That's crazy. And I was like, that's crazy. And I don't know if it was being fed to us like that at the time, but the way I was eating it was the dark-skinned Haitian women didn't like the light-skinned Dominican Republican women. And I was like, this is crazy. So they started there. You get what I'm saying? You say women can't work together. Is it you saying because of something you planted? Or are you saying it because you don't want them to work together because you would then seem as if you're not needed? No, we're going to tell you where you need it. So I hope I have enlightened y'all Monday. But understand, you better have a good plan. And even if you say, you know what, I'm gonna get off this thing and I'm about to go use the bathroom and I'm gonna walk up and down my steps. If exercising means walking up and down your steps, do it. You don't want everybody to see you busy. You ain't gotta let everybody know. But start with you. Start with you. And I promise you, I know trouble don't last always. It'll come and go, but it don't last always.
You know what? This is well said. Well said. Well said, sis. Woo, this is so much to chew on. Not just for today, but for the remaining of the week. And that was my prayer, that, something would be used throughout the week. So I want you to take your liberty and tell the people who you are and how they can follow you on social media. I know you've retired, but there's a lot going on with Toni B. I want the people to know you. So I want you to share a little bit about who you are and also how they can follow you, sis.
Okay, well, guys, I am Toni. I was born Toni Yvette Beatty. I got married now it's been like 16 years ago. I was married to a world-renowned comedian, and most people know him around here as Griff. We were married for 12 years. We also raised 5 beautiful kids together. I will say our family dynamic is exactly that. I just learned that dynamic may not always be good. So I will say our family situation was amazing. Being able to raise kids together and us figuring this thing out, because that's very important to us, our family and our kids. That was the most important. And at least to me, it definitely was. And people don't always get along. And what I will say is, going through it, when people ask me about going through a divorce, was the hardest thing, because I lost he was really my best friend, like the person you talk to and share stuff with all the time, even when you're mad, the person you get to, share stuff with. So that was one of the hardest things. But I tell you one thing, when I went to God asking about it, I kept praying, didn't know. It was my first time being married. I didn't know what to do. And prayed about it, Googled it. As old people say, can't you just Google it? Well, I Googled it. And I researched it. And my search led to, God want you to do what makes you feel what's best for you. And that means that was being true to yourself. And at the time, I had to be true to myself. In the process, I felt like it did feel like a death. I was warned it would feel like a death. And it did feel like one. But that trouble didn't last always either.
Come on now.
So, you know, we get along for purposes of raising kids together. He's gotten remarried. I like it. I mean, not that I have to, but I like his new wife, and she helps, you know, with the factor is because we still have a 14-year-old that we're raising. So I will say those parts about it. And I went through a divorce and I retired at the same time. And I can be honest, guys, trouble don't last always, but at the moment it felt like it, and I was all over the place. It was new. I was scared. I went out, I was feeling like I wasn't covered. I was like, well, you know, because I was used to being married and I was used to wearing a uniform. Like I wore a uniform that made me feel covered up all the time. I had a ring on that made me feel covered up all the time. The moment I took all those things off at the same time, I was running around like Adam and Eve. Who told y'all clothes was needed? Like I promise you, I was like, and you know, so then part of the being the where you, like I said, sometimes your spontaneity, and sometimes you doing to save your own life. Like, but when I say I went through a lot of ups and transitions, I'm happy. I'm grateful for what the people that have stood in there. And when I say my family, woo, Jesus, they some rocks when I tell you, but my family's some rocks to where they gonna hit you with the real deal. They ain't gonna hit you with the la 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 la. What you doing? And I got girlfriends and guy friends that just my team that they just, I can call them and they can tell me you need to sit down. You gotta have those people. You gotta have those people. And you know, you gotta have those people. You doing too much. You gotta have those people. You gotta have those people. And I'll say I'm grateful for my Rhondas. I have sets of friends like the same names and stuff. I'm grateful for all of them, and just even down to you. Like it's some people that they just never a stranger. You pop up, I'll go out, and remember that day? Ask Martika. I said I needed her to know out of my own, like something happened, and I didn't want you to think that I was being Hollywood. I was going, no. Something happened to where I didn't feel like myself, and I didn't want to give anybody any other representation. You know, that's why I called. So I was like, if Martika would laugh, she said, I said, no. I want you to understand something really happened. And that's the transparent. That's what I want to tell the person out there. The moment you ask for help, don't get scared about who's going to say yes, because you just never know who's going to say yes to helping you. You get what I'm saying? Like it just, the moment you say God, and he knows you pure about it, he knows if it's too much on you, he knows it's too much on you. So when I say waking up the day going, you know what, this is what I'm about to do to make the day the best day of the rest of your life. And that's the best way I can like serve it, give it, you know. I like to have fun, but I can't say it's fun all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I even had part of my, I guess, part of my transition stuff was going, I just couldn't stand funerals. I didn't end up hooking up with somebody. That's all I was doing was going to funerals. I was like, and I was still laughing at those too, going like I even wrote a movie. I mean, once I wrote a movie about a film. I hopefully it get produced soon, but I wrote a movie about a comedian at a funeral, and I think it'll get picked up. I got some other great stuff I'm working on too. So, yeah.
Yes. Well, good. Are you available for motivational speaking classes and things? Well, yes. Tell the people how they can reach you.
Okay, if you guys go to just like that www, you don't have to say the World Wide Web no more, but put in Toni, Toni, the letter B, the word show, TONIBSHOW.com. That will bring you to my website. You can book consult. I do consulting for businesses. I do marketing consulting. I tell people how to buy ads. I help people find money other places. I help veterans that don't even know how to start when it comes to filing their paperwork to get disability, or when it comes to just getting you an account at the VA. It's your money. That's they're there to help you. So those are the type. If you go to www.toni ToniBSHOW.com. That's ToniBShow.com. You can get all that information. My business line is 770. Y'all better get this down if you need help and need booking soon. 770-736-7175. Again, 770-736-7175. My handle on social media, Facebook, if you want to be on my fan page, it is just like that, The Toni B Show. You'll look me up, you'll see me, this lady in black and white looking like Oprah from the side. Yes, I did get a little, they helped me out with those little pinches with the little, how the little people do with the photo app. Yes. But hold on, wait. We don't want y'all to think it's all
okay.
But over this, you get a little help there. And on Instagram, is The Toni B Show. It's The Toni B Show on Instagram. So those are my handles. And I know me and Miss Deb will be talking soon.
Oh, yes,
it's been a real pleasure. I must say.
I have enjoyed every minute. I have enjoyed every minute. You're thebomb.com. Thank you so much, dear, for saying yes, because I know that you're very busy. I honor you. I respect that. And we definitely got to hook up. I got a new show coming. I haven't put it out there yet. I'm about to tell you in private because I don't want anyone else to know. And of course, I'm going to be sending some information for the open house. So that way you can come to the new home of the RL. Yeah, I ain't put that out there yet. So it's a little something I just dropped. So thank you, love. Thank you.
And if I can shameless plug for my business partner. It's not a shame because this person has rolled on. When I tell you business-wise, Hines Management Group. When I tell you, I have been able to pick this phone up and be like, listen, can you? And so y'all visit. She is such a great creative when it comes to knowing how to do stuff. She just knows how to administratively get stuff done. And you need that type of people on your team. So me and her working on some really good stuff also. So, but yeah, HinesManagementGroup.com. Check her out. She has great consulting. And SheTheBomb.com too.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and show your love for Toni B, the beautiful queen. Thank you so much for the nuggets that the Lord gave you, that beautiful, transparent story. Motivation Monday quote is, this too shall pass. That's your Monday motivation quote. New week, new goals. You can't heal if you won't reveal. I'm Coach Deb. Thank you so much for tuning in to Reveal and Heal podcast. And of course, we're live right now on the YouTube channel, which is Relationship Lounge. Don't forget, you can go to Spotify. You can go to Amazon, iHeartRadio, and all the major outlets and hear the radio version. This here is just an outlet for you to be a part of the show. Thank you, Toni. God bless you, love. I appreciate you. And I will be in touch with you. We got work to do together.
We sure do. Let's get it.
Let's get it. God bless you, darling.
All right, sweetie.